Pisces, 4 toxic friends will be removed from your life in the next 21 days, and I just pulled 7 of Swords, which is absolutely shocking because everyone thinks this card is about betrayal, but actually it's about stealing your energy back. Listen, I need to tell you about Maria from my community who ignored this exact warning last month. She kept that energy vampire friend around for 1 more week and ended up in the hospital with exhaustion. 1 more week, Pisces. Don't be Maria. The 7 of Swords is literally jumping out of my deck right now, and this card is not what you think it is. Everyone sees this card and thinks, oh no, someone's going to betray me. But actually, this card is about you taking back what was stolen from you. Your energy, your peace, your joy, your life force. Those toxic friends who drain you, who always have drama, who somehow make everything about them. They've been literally stealing pieces of your soul every single time you interact with them. But not anymore. The 7 of Swords is showing me that you're about to become the master thief of your own energy. You're going to steal back every single ounce of power you've given away to people who don't deserve it. And it's happening whether you're ready or not. The universe is done watching you get drained. The universe is done seeing you give and give and give until you have nothing left. The universe is activating your inner warrior, and she is not playing games. That friend who only calls when they need something, gone. That friend who makes you feel guilty for having boundaries, gone. That friend who somehow always makes you the villain in their story, gone, gone, gone. The 7 of Swords is showing me stealth mode, Pisces. You're not going to have dramatic confrontations. You're not going to have big blow-up fights. You're going to quietly, strategically, brilliantly remove yourself from toxic dynamics. Some of them won't even realize what happened until you're already free. But here's what's so beautiful about this card in your reading. The 7 of Swords requires strategy. It requires planning. It requires being smart about how you protect your energy. You can't just ghost everyone overnight. You can't just blow up your entire social circle. You need to be tactical about this. The 7 of Swords is giving you the blueprint for energy protection that actually works. Not just sage and crystals, though those are beautiful too, but real, practical, psychological protection. You're about to learn how to recognize energy vampires before they attach to you. You're about to learn how to set boundaries that stick. You're about to learn how to say no without feeling guilty. These are skills that will serve you for the rest of your life. The 7 of Swords is also showing me that one of your toxic friends is about to reveal their true nature in a way that makes your decision easy. They're going to do something or say something that finally opens your eyes to who they really are. And when that happens, you won't feel guilty anymore. You won't feel bad about protecting yourself. You'll feel relieved. You know that friend who always makes you feel like you're walking on eggshells? The one who twists everything you say? The one who somehow always ends up being the victim, even when they're the one causing problems? They're about to show you exactly who they are, and you're going to thank the universe for the clarity. The 7 of Swords is not just about removing toxic friends. It's about reclaiming your discernment. It's about trusting your intuition about people. It's about honoring your own energy as sacred. For too long, you've been giving people the benefit of the doubt when your gut was screaming warning signs. For too long, you've been making excuses for people who drain you. For too long, you've been prioritizing being nice over being safe. No more. Justice is appearing now, and this is absolutely fascinating because justice after 7 of Swords means karmic balance is being restored, but not in the way you think. This isn't about your toxic friends getting punished. This is about you getting justice for all the energy you've given away. The universe is about to compensate you for every single drop of energy you've poured into people who didn't deserve it. Every late night phone call where you listened to their drama. Every time you canceled your plans to help them with their crisis. Every time you put their needs before your own. Justice is coming to balance the scales. But here's what's so powerful about justice in this context. This card is showing me that your toxic friend removal is not just personal healing, it's karmic completion. You're breaking generational patterns, you're healing ancestral wounds, you're standing up for every version of yourself that ever felt powerless. Justice is revealing that your journey with toxic friends has been preparing you for this moment. Every boundary you didn't set taught you why boundaries matter. Every time you said yes when you meant no showed you the cost of people pleasing. Every energy vampire you tolerated trained you to recognize the warning signs. You had to experience the toxicity to develop immunity to it. Justice is also showing me that your toxic friends are going to face natural consequences for their behavior. Not because you're seeking revenge, but because the universe has a way of teaching people what they need to learn. That friend who always creates drama, they're about to find themselves completely alone because everyone else will get tired of it too. That friend who uses guilt to manipulate, they're going to discover that guilt only works on people who haven't learned to set boundaries. Justice is showing me legal documents, contracts, agreements. One of your toxic friendships might actually have legal or financial entanglements that need to be resolved. Maybe you lent them money. Maybe you're both on a lease. Maybe you have business together. Justice is telling you that even these practical complications will be resolved in your favor. The universe is clearing all obstacles to your freedom. But the most beautiful part of justice in this reading is that it's showing me your future friendships. The people who are coming into your life after you clear out the toxic ones. These are people who will respect your boundaries, people who will celebrate your success, people who will support you during difficult times without making it about them. Justice is promising you friendships based on mutual respect, reciprocity, and genuine love. Friendships where you feel energized after spending time together instead of drained. The contrast is going to be so stark that you'll wonder how you ever tolerated the toxic ones. Justice is also revealing that your toxic friend removal is going to inspire other people to do the same. You're going to become an example of what's possible when someone chooses their own well-being over toxic loyalty. People are going to look at your life and think, if she can do it, so can I. You're going to become a beacon of hope for everyone who's stuck in toxic friendship patterns. Oh, members from my private community are sending me messages right now saying they're experiencing the exact same energy shifts. Toxic friends are literally removing themselves from their lives without any effort on their part. The universe is moving, Pisces. King of Wands is blazing into this reading, and I am getting chills because this card represents your inner fire coming back online. That passion, that confidence, that unshakable sense of self-worth that toxic friends have been slowly extinguishing. You know how you've been feeling lately? Tired, uninspired, like you're just going through the motions of life? That's because toxic friends don't just drain your energy, they drain your life force. But King of Wands is showing me that fire returning, that spark reigniting, that powerful, magnetic, unstoppable energy that makes you feel like you can conquer the world. When toxic friends are removed from your life, you don't just feel better, you feel powerful, King of Wands is revealing that your toxic friends have been intimidated by your natural leadership abilities. They've been threatened by your creativity. They've been jealous of your intuition. They've been scared of your potential. So they've been subtly undermining you, making you doubt yourself, making you feel like you need them more than they need you, making you feel like you're too sensitive, too dramatic, too much. But you're not too much. You're exactly the right amount of powerful, and they couldn't handle it. King of Wands is showing me that as soon as these toxic friends are gone, you're going to rediscover parts of yourself you forgot existed. You're going to remember dreams you abandoned. You're going to reconnect with passions you set aside. You're going to step into leadership roles you never thought you were ready for. The version of you that emerges from this toxic friend purge is going to be unstoppable. King of Wands is also revealing that your toxic friends have been keeping you small by making you manage their emotions instead of focusing on your own goals. Every time you had a breakthrough, they had a crisis. Every time you wanted to celebrate, they needed support. Every time you tried to grow, they made you feel guilty for changing. They've been using your compassion as a weapon against your success. But your compassion was never the problem. Your lack of boundaries was the problem. Your belief that love means sacrificing yourself was the problem. Your fear of being alone was the problem. King of Wands is solving all of these problems. This card is showing me that you're about to become magnetic in a completely new way. Instead of attracting people who need fixing, you're going to attract people who are already whole. Instead of attracting drama, you're going to attract peace. Instead of attracting takers, you're going to attract givers. The shift is going to be so dramatic that you'll barely recognize your own life. King of Wands is also showing me creative projects that you've been putting on the back burner because toxic friends convinced you they weren't important. Art, writing, music, business ideas, healing modalities, whatever it is, it's about to become your primary focus again. When you're not spending all your energy managing other people's emotions, you have so much more energy for your own dreams. King of Wands is revealing that your toxic friend removal is actually a spiritual initiation. You're graduating from unconscious compassion to conscious love. You're evolving from people pleasing to people helping. You're transforming from doormat to leader. The universe has been preparing you for this moment. Every toxic friend was a teacher. Every boundary violation was a lesson. Every time you felt drained was preparation for feeling fully alive. King of Wands is showing me fire ceremonies, burning rituals, energetic clearing. You're going to feel called to literally burn away the energetic cords that connect you to toxic people. Letters, photos, gifts they gave you. Anything that carries their energy needs to be released. And when you do this ritual, you're going to feel immediate relief, like a weight has been lifted, like you can breathe again, like you're finally free. The King of Wands is also promising that your natural charisma is about to return full force. You know that magnetic quality you used to have? That ability to light up a room just by walking into it? That's coming back. Toxic friends dim your light. Healthy relationships amplify it. You're about to remember how bright you really shine. The moon is rising in this reading, and this is absolutely perfect because the moon represents illusions being shattered. And honey, you have been under some serious illusions about these toxic friends. The moon is showing me that you've been seeing these people through a filter of who you wanted them to be instead of who they actually are. You've been making excuses for their behavior. You've been focusing on their potential instead of their patterns. You've been believing their words instead of trusting their actions. But the moon is lifting that veil of illusion. You're about to see these toxic friends with crystal clarity. And what you see is going to shock you. The moon is revealing that some of your toxic friends have been deliberately manipulating you. They've been studying your patterns. They've been using your weaknesses against you. They've been calculating in their toxicity. This wasn't just unconscious behavior, this was intentional energy harvesting. The moon is showing me late night conversations where you poured your heart out to someone who was taking mental notes on how to manipulate you later. Text messages where you offered support to someone who was already planning their next crisis. Situations where you trusted someone who was actively working against you. The level of deception is going to be staggering. But here's the gift of the moon. Once you see the truth, you can never unsee it. Once you recognize the patterns, you become immune to them. Once you understand how you were manipulated, you become unmanipulatable. The moon is also revealing hidden enemies, people who pretended to be your friend but were actually threatened by you, people who smiled to your face but talked behind your back, people who celebrated your failures and minimized your successes. These people are about to be exposed. Their true feelings about you are going to become obvious. Their jealousy is going to be impossible to hide, and you're going to be grateful for the clarity. The moon is showing me dreams and intuitive hits that you've been ignoring. Your subconscious mind has been trying to warn you about these toxic friends for months. You've been having weird dreams about them. You've been getting bad feelings before seeing them. You've been experiencing physical symptoms after spending time with them. Your body has been screaming warnings that your mind was too polite to hear. The moon is also revealing psychic attacks. Some of your toxic friends have been sending you negative energy intentionally. They've been thinking obsessively about you. They've been projecting their insecurities onto you. They've been trying to make you feel as miserable as they feel. This is why you've been feeling so heavy lately. This is why you've been having trouble sleeping. This is why you've been feeling anxious for no apparent reason. But the moon is showing me that this psychic interference is about to be cut off completely. Your energy field is being reinforced. Your psychic boundaries are being strengthened. Your spiritual protection is being activated. You're going to feel so much lighter when these energetic cords are severed. The moon is also promising that your intuition is about to become incredibly sharp. You're going to be able to sense people's true intentions immediately. You're going to know within minutes of meeting someone whether they're safe for you or not. You're going to trust your gut reactions completely. This is one of the gifts of surviving toxic friendships. Your discernment becomes supernatural. The moon is revealing that your toxic friend removal is happening during a powerful lunar cycle. The moon is literally supporting your release work. The tides are pulling these toxic people out of your life, like debris being washed away from shore. You don't have to force anything. You just have to allow the natural flow of cosmic energy to carry them away. And it will. The moon is showing me water again. Lots of water. You're going to feel called to cleanse yourself energetically. Long baths with salt and essential oils. Swimming in natural bodies of water. Standing in the rain. Crying healing tears. Water is going to be your ally in this release process. The moon is also revealing that your toxic friends are going to go through their own dark night of the soul. They're going to have to face the consequences of their actions. They're going to have to look at themselves honestly for the first time in years. Some of them will use this as an opportunity to grow. Most of them will find new people to drain instead. But that's not your problem anymore. Oh, I just had to close my personal reading calendar again because the energy around toxic friend removal is so intense right now. Everyone is experiencing this shift simultaneously. Six of Pentacles is appearing, and this is absolutely brilliant because this card is about balanced exchange. And Pisces, you are about to discover what healthy reciprocity actually feels like. You know how exhausting it's been giving and giving and giving without receiving anything in return. You know how frustrating it's been being the one who always listens, always helps, always sacrifices. You know how lonely it's been feeling like you care more about your friendships than your friends care about you. Six of Pentacles is showing me that this pattern is over. This card represents mutual support, equal exchange, relationships where both people give and both people receive. Friendships where you feel valued, appreciated, and reciprocated. Six of Pentacles is revealing that your toxic friends have been taking advantage of your generous nature. They've been treating you like a charity case they can withdraw from whenever they need something. They've been using your kindness as a renewable resource, but generosity without boundaries isn't generosity, it's enabling. Six of Pentacles is teaching you the difference between healthy giving and compulsive people pleasing. Healthy giving comes from abundance. Compulsive people pleasing comes from fear of abandonment. You've been giving from fear, not from love. And that's why you've been attracting takers instead of givers. Six of Pentacles is showing me that your new friendships are going to be based on equality. When you help someone, they'll help you back. When you listen to their problems, they'll listen to yours. When you celebrate their successes, they'll celebrate yours. This is what friendship is supposed to feel like. Six of Pentacles is also revealing that your toxic friends have been keeping you in a one-down position. They've been making you feel like you need them more than they need you. They've been making you feel grateful for crumbs of attention and affection, but you don't need anyone who makes you feel needy. You don't need anyone who makes you feel desperate. You don't need anyone who makes you feel like you're asking for too much when you're asking for basic respect. Six of Pentacles is showing me that your standards for friendship are about to become non-negotiable. You're going to require reciprocity. You're going to expect consistency. You're going to demand respect. And anyone who can't meet these basic requirements will remove themselves from your life automatically. Six of Pentacles is also revealing that your toxic friends have been threatened by your success. Every time you achieved something, they found a way to diminish it. Every time you shared good news, they found a way to make it about them. Every time you tried to grow, they found a way to pull you back down. They've been keeping you small because your bigness makes them feel inadequate. But Six of Pentacles is showing me that your new friends are going to be your biggest cheerleaders. They're going to celebrate your wins as if they were their own. They're going to support your dreams even when they don't understand them. They're going to encourage your growth even when it means you might outgrow them. This is what real friendship looks like. Six of Pentacles is promising that your capacity for healthy relationships is about to expand exponentially. You're going to learn how to receive support without feeling guilty. You're going to learn how to ask for help without feeling weak. You're going to learn how to set boundaries without feeling mean. These are skills that will transform every relationship in your life. Six of Pentacles is also showing me professional connections and mentorship opportunities. Your toxic friend removal is going to open up space for people who can actually help you advance in your career and personal growth. Instead of friends who drain your energy, you're going to attract friends who inspire you to become better. Six of Pentacles is revealing that your new friendships are going to be based on shared values and mutual respect. Instead of trauma bonding, you're going to connect through joy. Instead of drama, you're going to create peace. Instead of competition, you're going to collaborate. The difference is going to be life-changing. Six of Pentacles is also showing me that your toxic friends are going to try to come back once they see how much better you're doing without them. They're going to apologize. They're going to promise to change. They're going to try to guilt you into giving them another chance. But Six of Pentacles is giving you the strength to say no, to trust your boundaries, to prioritize your peace over their feelings. You don't owe anyone access to your energy. You don't owe anyone forgiveness. You don't owe anyone another chance to hurt you. Your energy is precious. Your time is valuable. Your peace is priceless. Guard them accordingly. Three of Cups is dancing into this reading, and this might seem contradictory after all this talk about toxic friend removal, but this card is showing me your celebration, your joy, your relief when these energy vampires are finally gone. Three of Cups is showing me you literally dancing in your living room when you realize you're free. You're going to feel so light, so energized, so alive. The Three of Cups is revealing that your toxic friend removal is going to coincide with meeting your soul tribe, real friends, genuine connections, people who get you on a soul level. But here's what's so beautiful about Three of Cups after all this healing. You're going to be able to recognize healthy friendships immediately because you'll know what unhealthy ones feel like. Three of Cups is showing me women supporting women, a sisterhood of souls who have all been through similar experiences, a community of people who understand the journey from toxic relationships to healthy ones. You're going to find your people, Pisces, your real people. Three of Cups is also revealing that your new friendships are going to be based on celebration rather than commiseration. Instead of bonding over trauma, you're going to bond over growth. Instead of sharing problems, you're going to share solutions. Instead of complaining about life, you're going to celebrate it. The energy shift is going to be dramatic. Three of Cups is showing me gatherings, parties, celebrations. You're going to feel social again. You're going to feel excited about spending time with people. You're going to feel energized by connection instead of drained by it. When toxic friends are removed from your life, you don't become antisocial, you become selective. Three of Cups is also revealing that your new friends are going to introduce you to even more amazing people. Healthy people attract healthy people. Positive people attract positive people. Healed people attract healed people. Your social circle is about to upgrade completely. Three of Cups is promising that your new friendships are going to be fun. You're going to laugh until your stomach hurts. You're going to have adventures. You're going to create memories that make you smile for years. This is what friendship is supposed to feel like. Three of Cups is showing me creative collaborations and shared projects. Your new friends are going to inspire you. They're going to challenge you in positive ways. They're going to help you grow and evolve. Instead of holding you back, they're going to propel you forward. Three of Cups is also revealing that your toxic friend removal is going to happen in groups. Multiple toxic friends are going to exit your life around the same time. It's like the universe is doing a massive energetic cleanse. You're going to feel like you're shedding an old skin and emerging as a completely new person. Three of Cups is showing me that your new friendships are going to be based on authenticity. You're going to be able to be yourself completely. No masks, no pretending, no walking on eggshells. You're going to find people who love you because of your quirks, not despite them. Three of Cups is promising that your social life is about to become a source of joy instead of stress. You're going to look forward to plans instead of dreading them. You're going to feel energized by social interaction instead of depleted by it. This is the gift of choosing quality over quantity in friendships. The comments are going absolutely wild right now. and I can feel the collective energy shift happening. You're all recognizing these patterns and feeling empowered to change them. Ace of Swords is cutting through all the confusion, and I am shaking because this card represents absolute mental clarity about who needs to go and who deserves to stay in your life. Ace of Swords is the sword of truth, the blade of discernment, the weapon of boundaries, and it's being placed directly into your hands right now. This is your moment of crystal clear knowing. Ace of Swords is showing me that sudden realization moment when everything clicks into place, when you finally see the patterns, when you finally understand the dynamics, when you finally recognize the manipulation. It's going to hit you like lightning. Ace of Swords is revealing that your toxic friends have been using confusion as a weapon. They've been gaslighting you. They've been making you question your own perceptions. They've been making you doubt your own experiences. But confusion only works when you don't trust your own mind. And Ace of Swords is restoring your trust in your own judgment. You know what you experienced. You know what you felt. You know what they did. Trust yourself. Ace of Swords is also showing me written communication, text messages, emails, social media posts, evidence of their toxic behavior that you've been ignoring or making excuses for. You're going to read these messages with new eyes and realize just how manipulative they've been. Ace of Swords is giving you the courage to speak your truth, to set your boundaries, to say what needs to be said without apologizing for it. Your voice is about to become your greatest weapon against toxicity. Ace of Swords is revealing that your toxic friends have been afraid of your intelligence. They've been intimidated by your ability to see through their games. They've been threatened by your growing awareness. So they've been trying to keep you confused, emotional, and reactive instead of clear, logical, and strategic. But Ace of Swords is cutting through all of that fog. Ace of Swords is showing me that your toxic friend removal is going to be swift and decisive. No long, drawn-out conversations, no endless chances, no complicated explanations. You're going to know exactly what to do, and you're going to do it without hesitation. Ace of Swords is also revealing that your decision-making abilities are about to become razor sharp. You're going to trust your first instincts about people. You're going to act on red flags immediately. You're going to protect your energy proactively instead of reactively. This is the gift of surviving toxic relationships. Your discernment becomes supernatural. Ace of Swords is promising that your mental clarity is going to inspire others. People are going to see how you handled your toxic friend situation and ask for your advice. You're going to become a mentor for others who are stuck in similar dynamics. Your healing is going to help heal others. Ace of Swords is showing me that your toxic friends are going to be shocked by your sudden clarity. They're used to you being confused and emotional. They're used to you giving them the benefit of the doubt. They're used to you making excuses for their behavior. But that version of you is gone. The new you sees clearly, thinks logically, acts strategically, speaks truthfully. And toxic people cannot manipulate clear, logical, strategic, truthful people. Ace of Swords is also revealing that your toxic friend removal is going to free up massive amounts of mental energy. You're going to stop obsessing over their problems. You're going to stop analyzing their behavior. You're going to stop trying to figure out how to fix them. All that mental energy is going to be redirected towards your own goals and dreams. Ace of Swords is showing me breakthrough moments in your career and personal projects. When you're not spending all your time managing toxic relationships, you have so much more mental capacity for success. You're about to become unstoppable. Ace of Swords is promising that your communication skills are about to level up dramatically. You're going to learn how to set boundaries without being aggressive. You're going to learn how to say no without feeling guilty. You're going to learn how to speak your truth without being cruel. These are skills that will serve you in every area of life. The energy in this reading is so intense that I can barely contain it. Your toxic friend removal is not just personal healing, it's a cosmic event, it's a spiritual upgrade, it's a complete life transformation. You're not just removing toxic friends, you're removing toxic patterns, you're removing toxic beliefs, you're removing toxic programming that has been passed down through generations. You're breaking the cycle, you're healing the lineage. You're becoming the ancestor your future self will thank. The universe is so proud of you right now. Your guides are celebrating. Your higher self is doing a happy dance because you're finally choosing you. You're finally prioritizing your own well-being over toxic loyalty. You're finally understanding that you deserve relationships that energize you instead of drain you. You're finally ready to step into your power and create the life you truly deserve. And it starts with removing the people who don't deserve access to your beautiful energy. Your toxic friends have had their time. They've learned what they needed to learn from you. They've taken what they needed to take. But that chapter is over. The next chapter is about healthy relationships, mutual respect, genuine love, authentic connection. The next chapter is about you thriving instead of just surviving. The next chapter is about your energy being protected, cherished, and celebrated. The next chapter starts now. Subscribe now. Your future literally depends on staying connected to this energy. Hit that notification bell because you cannot afford to miss what's coming next. If you want to deepen your journey with this energy, you know where to find me. The comments are going absolutely insane, and I can feel your collective power rising. You're all ready to claim your energy back and create the friendships you truly deserve. Your toxic friends don't stand a chance against the awakened, boundaried, powerful version of you that's emerging right now. Trust the process. Trust your intuition. Trust your right to choose peace over drama. Your energy is sacred. Protect it accordingly.